kwetu kushimiwa. Kazi zangu siko mpya. Nikihaso moyo wangu nishike siku uopo. Nina plani na vision moto. Kila siku natakazi. Siku moja nitashine. Ndege zitawekwa hewani. Welcome to the grind now. Tunaenda juu sana. We hustle all night. Time to play hard.
Hey everybody, my name is Sang and I'm Altaholik. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back on Battabee on the Heroes Journey, and I've been a very busy bee. So this is what I've been up to. I've been spending a whole lot of time in Mistmoore in the graveyard, and I have been working on leveling up this damn shield, and it's taken about 2 days. And and I say not 24 hours, but I've been a whole gameplay session. So I've been off for the last couple of days, and I play for like 4 or 5 hours, and I get off and get back on, and I got it up to about 53% to get the legendary, and I got fed up. I was like, I can't do this because I have a bunch of other gear I need to level up. I've been stagnant. I've been sitting here at working on my alternate advancements, and I've been sitting at level 22 for the last couple of days, and it's too much. So anybody who knows this game, I'm pretty sure you know you can take a piece of equipment, which I mentioned before, and if it's the same named piece of equipment, you can go ahead and transfer the power from that equipment into their current equipment that you're trying to power up in your power source. So basically, this the Spitstone shield, it was at like 50, I want to say between 50 and 53%, roughly, somewhere in there. And I've been working on it for a couple of days, and I grinded all the way up to 50%, and I was like, I'm tired of killing these damn mobs in the graveyard, so I decided to come to the bazaar. And matter of fact, I don't think they have it no more. So I came here in the bazaar, and I decided to find one that was for sale. They got one now for 35 platinum, but I think there was a couple of cheaper ones, and maybe it could have been 20 or 30 platinum. So I ended up buying 2 of those. Did I buy 2? No, I think I bought 1, and I leveled it up. I got it to about 92%, and then from there I just grinded it out in the graveyard. I've been running like a little circle in the graveyard and trying to get experience. I finally broke it. I got it to legendary point, and then so I moved on to this weapon here, the one I can't pronounce, times antithesis. You know what it is. Anyway, I've been working on this weapon, and I could not. After grinding in that area, I didn't want to sit there and grind it too much more. I got to like 6%, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of Mistmoore already, and I haven't gone nowhere past the graveyard yet. You know, I tried to go in there, I got killed. I wish I got the footage of that. That'd be nice to see. A good laugh for everybody, because I got they, you know, when you go down that little ramp, they just basically handed my ass to me. So I got beat down pretty bad. So I don't go down there, not yet. But anyway, so I got this weapon, and I started leveling it up. And I got to 6%, and I was like, you know what? You know, well, I got the money. I've been stacking up cash. Now you're not going to see it in my account because I've been buying stuff. But yeah. So I bought. I bought 3 of these, and these are actually they were pretty cheap. I think I bought all the cheap ones up already. Times. Yeah. So I bought like 2 of these 10 platinum ones. And then I was like, well, wait, I'm gonna have to buy a whole bunch of these. I think they were giving me like 6% into experience. I was like, this is gonna take forever. So I bought one of these at 30%. Actually, it was like 29 platinum. I'm sorry. I bought one of those, and it gave me 7 points to my experience. I was like, what? So I happened to buy one of these at 30, and it jumped me up about 20%. So I realized that, oh wait, these are priced differently on purpose, because somebody could have been leveling these up and they might have a certain amount of power built into them already, which is why I get a bigger boost from these. So I was like, okay, so I bought like, I bought like a 40 platinum one, I bought a 30 platinum one, and that basically bumped it up, and I got my weapon up to legendary, so I'm happy with that. Now, so this other gear I got here, I got a bunch of Satellite gear. I found this in the vendor. If you go in here and you look for Satellite, Satellite is super expensive. I didn't realize this. So these guys are selling this for a grip. I found this gear on a merchant. I don't know who the merchant was. There was somebody in here, and I don't know which shard I was on. I always saw this guy here, and I want to say I went either here or I was at the augment. Actually, I might have been at one of my spell vendors. I don't remember. I went to one of these guys, and there was a bunch of gear in there, and they were going for a couple of platinum. So I just went ahead and just started buying all the gear. So I bought all my slots, and I filled up all Satellite, except for obviously the accessory parts. Then I just bought this. Right here. Bone Golem Brand Bracers. They had this on the vendor right here. I want to say it was about 20 platinum here. Not here. It was the augment one. I want to say it was about 20 to 30 platinum on here. So I bought it in, from that vendor, and it was very legendary, so I had to level it up. So that's where I'm at right now. I got all my gear here. This is probably, I could sell this. So right now. Yeah, so I got all Satellite gear here. This drops off one of the mobs of the graveyard, the little red double guy. I can't remember what it's called, like a little familiar or whatever. This is dropping off of him, and there's a dagger drop, so I got a sacrificial dagger in my bank. But I bought this, and I was like, well, I got it, and I was like, well, the healing and the spell damage, I'm like, I didn't see what it is when I level it up, so it might be something I can work on too. But I'm looking for that healing amount, so I like that. And again, this is cool because of the healing amount and the spell damage. Yeah, so right now I'm still on Satellite gear. I need some accessories. My rings are still holding up. They're both of them orange. I don't remember if I had that in the last video or not, but yeah, I leveled both of those up. And I am down. I had my ceremonial hate candle, I think that's what it's called. That was in my shield spot right here. But since it's only primary and secondary, I was like, oh, can't rock that no more. But I think I calculated that when I went for the shield in the first place. Matter of fact, let me look at it. Yeah, because of the shield gives me 20 health or healing power and 10 damage. And this, I think even when you level it up, I think I saw one in here. Ceremonial hate. Yeah, here's legendary right here. All right. So that compared to what now, yeah, I do get the disease resistance and the poison resistance, and it does give me 10 plus 10 wisdom, which is great. But I think I'd be all right with the disease resistance stuff. I'm not too worried about that. But I'm looking at the AC on this. I get 34 AC. I'm thinking that AC will help me be able to cast my spells too, so I won't get smacked so much and get, because AC is almost like agility basically, so you're not getting hit, or when you do get hit, it's a very minimum. I'm not worried so much about getting how much damage I take because I can heal myself very well. But if I'm not getting hit, which means I'm not getting stunned, I'm not getting my spells interrupted. So that's why I really wanted the shield. So I got a shield. Oh, additionally, I'm sorry, there's so much I gotta tell you guys, so I just want to make sure I'm on point here. I want to glance past. I've been sitting on this for like 2 days and I haven't made a video about it. So, and I want you guys to see me just running in that graveyard back and forth. So I also took on the class of Shadow Knight. I know I wasn't going to do that. I mentioned that from the beginning. I wasn't going to do Shadow Knight. But I needed something I needed a buffer between me and the mobs, and I didn't want to be overpowered. I could have went mage. I could have went something. I thought about necromancer, but I was like, well, the necromancer pet is going to be about the same level as me. He's going to be tougher, and it's not going to allow me to focus on my skills. He's going to be tanking. I'm just going to heal him and buff him, and then I just sit back there and do my thing. Too easy. I want to be in there in the mix, getting beat up and struggling, and have a little, you know, a little bit of a challenge for myself. If you make a pet class, it's pretty much just like that. Yes, you got to focus on healing them, but I didn't want it to be too easy on me. So that's why I'm focused on the healing aspect. I'm working on my spell damage. I still don't understand why my affliction spell is not doing that much damage. Right now I got to a point where Tainted Breath and Engulfing Darkness are both doing about 40 points of damage, and Affliction I think is doing like 25, 20, maybe 29 points of damage. And this is a level 10 spell, level 19 spell. Engulfing Darkness is level 20, but it's level 20 for a Shadow Knight. But it's doing crazy damage compared to Affliction. I don't know why. It could be the mobs I'm fighting. I don't know. So yeah, my spell damage is pretty crazy. My healing is doing pretty good. But yeah, the reason why I took on Shadow Knight is not for the AC aspect or the tanky aspect. I wanted it for a light pet, and I also figured additional dots. So I have my regular Shaman dots, and I got the little watered down Necromancer dots that I can throw in here. So I've been able to use the dots also. Chatter box here. So I've been at level 22 for the last 2 days. I've been grinding out. I've been 100% into AAs at 21, and I've been stacking up my AAs, and I'm buying. What am I purchasing here? Natural healing. Right here. I've been working on these three right here. Healing Adept and Healing Gift, and then I need to get another one for Healing Boon. So both of these help me with my healing effectiveness. Some have a chance of a critical heal, and some just actually increase your healing altogether. And then the Healing Boon is the one that has a chance of you heal over time spells that have like a kind of like a critical heal, and you know, extra little bit to your healing. So to have my character be strong in healing, I've been kind of working on that. I've also added there's something else added on here. Companion, there was another one I added for stuns, like you resist your stunning. I can't remember what it's called right now. All right, so here it is right here. Persistent casting. It says your highly developed concentration creates the possibility of continuing to cast spells while stunned. So increased rank in this ability increases the chances that your spells will not be interrupted by stuns. Now I know there's a stun effect they can put on you, but it is also like when they smack you or whatever and you get kind of stunned. Obviously your character gets moved sometimes. So I've noticed a slight difference, nothing crazy, but I've been able to cast more. Now maybe because of my channeling, I don't know. I haven't done any experiencing it. I went from 21 to 22, but it hasn't made that much of a difference. But I've noticed that maybe because of my AC, I'm able to continue casting a little bit better now. So I'm not getting interrupted as much. There's been plenty of times where I'm casting and I couldn't get a spell off. I couldn't even heal myself because I kept getting smacked. So yeah. Anyway, that's that. So I am now Shadow Knight, Shaman, and Wizard. I'm getting so strong in my wizard spells. I probably won't go too far in getting every single one of those spells because I don't want to be too overpowered. I might find later on I need it, but we'll see. So with that being said, here I am back in the graveyard. This is where I've been camping at for the last couple of days. These guys are all red to me, and they're all basically lightweight. I've been beating them down. Now this is my first run through with my new shield and my new leveled up weapon. Let's see how my damage looks. Go for darkness, affliction. He has all three of my dots on him. Alright, so and you see I hit pretty hard, 122. Alright, so affliction did 34, which is still crappy. So it's still good, but it's actually, I want to say it's a critical, but I could be wrong. Tainted Breath. Now keep in mind, Tainted Breath is a level 8 spell. Tainted Breath is, I should have a different poison spell. I might have missed one. But anyway, Tainted Breath is 47 points. Engulfing Darkness, 49 points. That's doing better than my Shaman spell. I don't understand what's going on. Maybe I overlooked something. Maybe I didn't read something. I don't know. But I want to say I'm supposed to have another poison spell between. Tainted Breath. I think yeah, Sicken first. Tainted Breath. I think it is Affliction. I think my next. I mean, because I played Shaman before, obviously. I want to say because it's usually poison, disease, and it goes back and forth like that. But I want to say 22. Actually, you know what? This is level 19, so yeah, that's right. So I should probably have another poison spell in a couple levels. Yeah, but anyway, I've been sitting here camping these guys. I don't say camping, I've just been comfortably killing these guys. They've all been read to me, and I've been just basically working them, collecting everything that is at least 8 gold and up, and I've been banking. I've actually, you know, I think I had about almost 800 platinum in the bank, or maybe I'm tripping. I'm a little tired, but yeah, I've been stacking up cash on these guys, so I've been using the money for upgrades. Trying not to go too far because I wasn't recording the whole process, and I didn't want you guys to be lost in the sauce. Like, wow, what's, you know, all he had on was some leather gear or a nothing gear, and now he's like kitted out, you know. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know, some people might not like that I go to Bazaar and I buy stuff, but I thought about it. I was like, well, this is Everquest. That's kind of like part of the game. You know, some people can go out there and farm stuff. Some people actually, you know, like to just go to Bazaar and buy things. Now, obviously, if I'm at a place I find something, if I discover something, then yeah, I'm gonna collect it or whatever. But I've never been one to collect something to go sell it. And on this server, there's no need for me to go collect stuff to sell because a lot of people sell stuff in the vendor already, or it's not the vendor, they're selling the Bazaar already. So I don't worry about it too much. Maybe we get that. Oh, also I'm working on leveling this up so I can get that what's it called? Sympathetic healing. I got this. This is gonna be Sympathetic Strike, which gives me more damage. Sympathetic Healing 2, I think, is on this, and if I'm thinking correctly, I think I can right click it. I mentioned this in another video, but I think I can right click it and it gives a buff to me and makes me do stronger heals. So I'm leveling it up. I'm gonna keep that in my bag so I can use that whenever I need to. Yeah, but the point I'm saying is that I kind of thought about that. I was like, some people are like, oh, you gotta go camp here. I mean, no one's ever told me this. I'm just talking out loud. But like, you know, some people are like, well, you know, you're not really playing EverQuest because you're not out there camping gear and collecting it. But I'm like, you know, on a popular server, people actually have this gear and they get it because they want to sell it, or to them it's trash. And if they really want it, they'll put it in the bank, or, you know, and especially the shared account where they'll give it to an alt. And in this case, they rather have the money for it. They'd rather go sell it. So I'm okay with going to the Bazaar and buying stuff. What am I missing at him? Oh, is she getting beat up? She keeps healing herself. Wah, wah, wah. But I don't know, I was just kind of thinking about that. I was like, man, I'm kind of showing you guys me playing, and I don't want to just be like, yeah, you guys, this is how you play EverQuest. You just go to the Bazaar and you buy stuff. And, you know, I don't like to do that. You know, you've seen this character so far. One thing, I did start off with a little bit of money, but literally 5 platinum, and I threw some gear on myself, and I literally just directional equipment just to kind of get me going through the healing process. But other than that, though, I don't feel like you can't really play this game wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just You can start off be super twink. You know, this game's been around for years. I played this game till I've been, you know, max level. Like I've never actually been at max level. I'm tripping. I've been very close to max level on live, and this is back in the day, back in 2002, 3 or whatever. A ranger and a mage, and you know, I play this for nostalgia. I play it for, you know, just for entertainment, something to do. So I don't mind. I don't mind the grind a little bit, but it's more of creating a character and having a concept, which is why I'm playing on the server now. I got a character in mind, and I don't mind grinding to see how it's gonna turn out. I don't know what a wizard, shadow knight, shaman is at later levels, so how's it gonna play? I'm curious. Are you curious? I'm curious. I had a shot earlier, so I'm a little tipsy. Not tipsy, but I'm feeling myself. No, but anyway, yeah, that's why most people play this game. Most of us have been high level, and you know another cool thing about playing on a server is that I always hate it when you play on a regular Everquest server, and people get to telling you. I don't say I hate it. I just don't like that people know your character better than you. There's always somebody who knows your character better than you. They always tell you, why you use that spell? Use this spell like this. You should get this weapon. You should get this piece of gear. You should wear this because this gives you this better stat and blah, blah, blah. And I don't like that because my character is not my character anymore. My character is your character. My character has to wear the same weapon that everybody else is wearing, have that same shield, have the same chest piece, because it's the best in the game. And I like right now, I'm working on a shaman who is super powerful in healing. That's what I'm trying to build up to. Yes, I could play the cleric or something like that, but I thought a shaman would be kind of cool. I got the dot ability and I get the healing aspect of it, and that's what I'm working on. And that's what I kind of like about the server is that I can be a little tankier and I can adjust it the way I want it. You know, I actually have another character I want to work on, and that is going to be, I'm torn between a Froglock or a Bashir, but I'm thinking like another bard build, but I like limiting myself. And what I mean by that is, you know, I could play a bard with all the bard spells, but I was thinking about like a cool concept would be like a demon hunter. And I'm thinking of a demon hunter, kind of like, what's that guy's name? Valheim. And I don't know much about him. I just know a couple movies and cartoons I've seen throughout my life. But, excuse me. But Valheim would hunt vampires and stuff like that. Matter of fact, you think of Blade, I guess we use Blade as an example. He is a vampire, but he is like, you know, obviously he's good, but he knows about the supernatural world, and he knows what's required to go. I'm probably not a good example, but you know, like, you know, Valheim to go hunt down these supernatural beings, vampires, and deal with ghosts or whatever, and he has appropriate tools to go handle that situation. So I was kind of thinking about something like that, where I'm kind of like, I was gonna use Valshir. And I choose Valshir because I don't see a lot of Valshirs running around on the in the bazaar. So I like BUD. But Froglocks is cool, but I see a lot of Froglocks, and Froglocks are still my favorite because they have the best starting stats. But yeah, I was thinking about like kind of like a shadow. I want to call him like a not a shadow stalker. Like, I'm thinking like a demon hunter or something like that. Now, people might have all sorts of names. There's no official name for these class combinations, whatever. But I want to call him like a demon hunter, because he'd be like a bard. And then I thought about paladin for the holy aspect. And then what was the other one? Was a bard, paladin, and it might have been warrior. I don't remember what it was, but it was a combination. I know somewhere between a bard and a paladin. Now, the reason why I chose a paladin instead of a cleric is because just like a paladin compared to a cleric. Paladin doesn't have all the super holy abilities because he has to focus on fighting too. So I kind of thought about that as, you know, a rogue, or not a rogue, but a bard is kind of like a rogue with a little bit of magic. Where, you know, he's like a sellsword. He can work for the bad guys and work for good guys. And his ability is kind of like, I want to say it's not necessarily magic, but it's more of like a mysticism to him, where he can lull things and use his bard music to get the job done. And I kind of look at it as part of his tool bag when it comes to quote unquote hunting demons. I kind of like the idea of that. And then he uses holy aspect, not because he is a holy person, but because that's the tool he needs to kill demons. In this case, I'm killing these dark elves, which are, I think some are actually vampires or whatever they are. I don't know the lore behind this place. But I think that'd be perfect. You know, killing these guys. So that's two parts of it. You know, bard, paladin. Now, I did think about maybe, I don't want to say mage. I don't want no pets. I think I'm just straight on him by himself. Or she, whoever character, gender I choose. But I don't know. That's I like having the concept. I like doing that. And yes, there might be other people on the server who actually made this combination already before. But you know, to me, when I pick these characters and when I make these characters, I like to limit myself. So even with my bard, I'm not gonna choose all my spells. You know, even with this character, I don't pick all my wizard spells. I pick all my shaman spells, majority of them, except for the direct damage spells. I use my wizard abilities. I'll say translocating, teleporting, it's all wizard stuff. So I'll get those. Shadow Knight, I'm primarily just getting I'll get the pet and I'll get the dots. That's basically it. I'm not so much working on the combat part of it because, obviously I get the natural skills, you know, double attack and stuff like that, but I'm not too much worried about the Shadow Knight part other than the pet and the little dots in between. I'm kind of thinking myself more of a witch doctor, with healing, medicine, potions, and stuff like that. But like I said, when you play on this server, you can kind of, I'm not trying to convince somebody to come to this server, I'm just explaining why I like playing on it. This guy spawns so fast. But the idea is that you can come up with a concept yourself and put together your character and play them the way you want. And no one's going to tell me that, oh, you know, you can get a better weapon. I mean, yes, I might be able to get a better weapon that gives me better healing procs or whatever. But to me, no one can really approach me like that because they don't know what I'm doing. Now, obviously, you guys as viewers, you guys will see what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I'm doing, so you can say, hey, you know, if you really want that healing potential, you might want to grab this weapon or whatever. That's a different story. But another player wouldn't be able to approach me and say, you're playing your shaman wrong, or you got this wrong, or whatever. Like, well, you don't know what I'm doing, you know? Yes, I could get all the wizard spells. I can get all the Shadow Knight spells, all the shaman spells, and I can just kick everything's butt or whatever. And that's not what I want to do. Like I said in my other video, I actually made a berserker who had the only spell I would get would be a mage spell, which was summon only fire elementals, because I was going off that rage thing. So he's like, that had that rage spirit, so his companion was actually a fire pet. And the cool thing about that is that fire pets have the least amount of hit points, so they wouldn't be able to tank for me, which is ideal because I want my berserker to be able to handle it. So I was kind of playing off that concept. So I don't know, I think it's really cool to have this server where you can come up with a concept and play it, and no one can come up and tell you you're playing it wrong, you're doing it wrong, you don't have the right build, you're doing, you know, whatever. You know, I can go in there. I even thought about doing a berserker, because berserker has frenzy and it has a lot of skills that focus on the two-hand, but they're not two-hand if you think about it. They're just skills ideally for a berserker that allow you to work well. But imagine if you take frenzy and put it on a ranger. And if you guys don't know, frenzy gives you like a triple hit effect. At first, when you do it, you only hit like one time, but then you have an opportunity to hit 3 times. plus your regular rotation, plus your double attack, plus your repost, all those things. So imagine putting down a ranger who already has that, plus he can proc his weapon and everything. I thought about doing something like that too, you know. And my other idea, don't steal my idea, somebody probably already did. I want to do a Shadow Knight that could dual wield, but it has some of the Berserker abilities with the did I just cast it again? No, I didn't. Okay. I don't know, something about a Shadow Knight that dual wields sounds kind of cool too, because I know they get little procs on their weapon like siphon health and stuff. So I would do no healing ability on the pet or on the character, and he'd be totally dependent on siphoning health and strength and stuff like that. But he had a dual wield effect on him. And I thought that'd be kind of cool, because I always thought, you know, Paladin and Shadow Knight should be able to dual wield. I don't know why, but I guess Knights, you don't think about them as dual wielding, but you know, you're kind of a warrior. I know they did it on purpose for the game, you know, but I like the idea of being a dual wield as a Paladin or a Shadow Knight. And to be honest with you, I tried out a Paladin the other night, and they have an innate ability to heal while fighting. So when you're hitting something, there's a chance that you're gonna heal yourself. I'm like, that's like cheat mode. You're just fighting something, you're like heal, like hit, heal. I'm like, wow. So I mean, I would imagine every melee build would just throw a Paladin in there, because you're constantly healing. Like right now, I could be fighting and then hit, heal. I'm healed. I'd be a horrible mob to fight. Anyway, I'm chatting right now. I'm trying to think of where to go next. And I think I'm gonna work my way up to, there's no target here. I'm really just grinding. I'm trying to get this hammer leveled up. Actually, it's about to level up now. At 99%. Oh, I got a couple more kills. I want to level this thing up, and I'm gonna probably push down there in the valley area, and I'm gonna go back to grinding experience again. Let's try this. I'm working my way to getting experience again, because I'm tired of sitting at level 22 and I'm tired of grinding AAs. Now, I didn't know this, but I guess you could probably work in the AAs earlier. At the time when I was fighting, I didn't see nothing going to it. It said 0 out of whatever number it was at the time. But I guess you can actually do it earlier in level. I started doing it at 22 or 21, I'm sorry. So maybe, you know, if you find yourself leveling up and you're figuring out the server, if you already know, let me know. You know, when do you start working on your AAs? You know, I think that's kind of the part of the server too, is you can kind of build your character as you level up. And if it's level 10, that's awesome. All right, so that is my weapon. So let's see how this works. Throw this up and make sure I don't sell it. So I'll put it right here. Anything below these things, I always know I gotta keep them. So I think I can right click it. So it's sympathetic healing too, right? So let's see here. Right. If I right click it, does it do something? Sympathetic healing. Okay, so. Alright, you have been healed 10 points of damage. I think it's supposed to, I think like just like sympathetic strike, I think it's supposed to add on to my healing ability. Can't see the thing on it. Let's see, let me go get beat up a little bit. Did I loot this guy? Alright, let's see what happens here. Go nuke. I don't know why, but I really hate this character right here. He never really beat me up. It's just something about that one mob. I just want to beat him up all the time. You ever feel like that about a mob? You see a mob and you're just like, I hate this character. I don't know why. Alright, I might attack down. Oh, and let me stop fighting. Beat up a little bit. I think I was healing for like 250 or something like that. I'll turn my back so I don't repost. I got the Shaman ability, so I got repost and double attack and stuff on there. I don't know how much I've been doing. Let's see your skills. Yeah, double attack. Yeah. Well, I wonder if you innately get dual wield, because none of my classes have dual wield. It's a double attack, I got dodge. Oh, you figured as much as I get hit, dodge be maxed out. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna heal myself. If I can do it. 141. Oh, mine maxed out my health though. Oh, that's on mine, I'm tripping. Oh. Let's lighten them up. I don't notice much of a difference with the familiar. Okay, you're gonna have to go. You're taking too damn long. I can't say if the effect is working or not. I don't get beat down enough to see if I heal well enough. Unless it's just a backup heal. Let me try that. So I'll put my pet's taunt on. And I'll sit here and fight something. But yeah, that fight. I love how taunt works in this game. Because your pet actually holds down the aggro. Alright, so here's a weapon here. So let him get beat up a little bit. Obviously a Shadow Knight pet is not that strong. So he's definitely gonna get beat up a little bit. Gotta get my loot. Okay, so he's got a little beat on him. Let's see how this works. Oh, it's only for me. Okay. Thought I would heal him. I held him for 274, but it's you don't have no hit points anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I need a way to test this. I don't know how it works. Has a chance to heal your target each time you cast a bit. Oh, has a chance. So every time I cast a beneficial spell. So if I put like fiction on them, which I rarely recast my buffs because the buffs stay on the. Oh, I did heal one. I don't have any. I mean, I have beneficial buffs, but I don't have no reason to buff him or myself because I rarely get hurt. I mean, I get hurt, but you know, and he's not really tanking for me. Let's see here. So if I give him like strength, it's a chance. Doesn't mean every time. Yeah, he got healed. Oh, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna work that out. If I give him Spirit of Wolf, which he already has his buff, but let's see. Oh, so that didn't work. Again, it's a chance. It doesn't mean always. I turned taunt off him. Some mobs on me now. Okay, I mean that's good to know. I mean, I guess if I was playing in a group and I was putting buffs on them and they're dying because they had a dot or something on them, I guess I'd be useful. So, and the cool thing is I can right click it and I put the effect on myself. So buffs are like pretty much forever, even though there's a timer on them. Like these, I haven't put these on in days and they've been staying there. So now when I died, I kept my buffs, but my pet didn't. He died. So I had to put a bus back on him. And I did see a video, or somebody in the, I was watching Super Bits and Bob, he's playing on the server too. And I guess somebody commented in his video that you don't have to keep the pet bags on you. You can put them in the bank and they'll still retain their gear. So now if I find a new piece of equipment I want to give him, I have to go back to the bank, go into the bag and then replace it. But yeah, and I don't remember what the item is I gave him. It's just something I found a vendor for like 10 platinum. So he's using that. It has a, it's like avatar or something on it. I need to work on my keys because when I tab target, it's supposed to cycle and it's not cycling. Ooh. I rarely ever cast Walk in Sleep because my dice do all the damage, so I really had no purpose for it. There is a AA that I can use that when I put a detrimental spell on, it also adds a slow effect. What was that? Oh, that's my AA. Another AA. Yay! Yeah, so I got 7. Didn't it say I had a total of 15 at one point? Oh, it's 17. Okay. Yeah. I'll look at that later. I don't understand AAs that well, so I'm still trying to find one that hopefully gives me more damage with my dots. I kind of glanced through them a little bit. I haven't read all of the AAs on there. I don't have the focus and discipline to sit there and read stuff because I'm lazy. Not lazy, but lazy enough that I don't feel like reading the details. I just want to play the game. But anyway, let me figure out my next mission. What I'm going to do. Should I go deeper? Am I going to start focusing on experience now? Which yes, I will. And I'll get back to you guys. So I don't want this video to be extra long, so I don't want to show you guys the same thing over and over. So I'll be back. See you guys in a little bit.